What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video. It's time to take a look at the brand new exotic FAL, and don't worry, we are going to do the maths comparing it to all of the other assault rifles in the game in the TU22 PTS. So don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. So I've absolutely ramped this bad boy up. I'm going to give it a run a little bit later. Unfortunately, I can't take magazine size off. I would love to put damage to target out of cover on this bad boy, but we can't at the moment. We don't have the blueprint. And I'm a little bit unoptimized by 0.1%, which is weird. So let's just optimize that and get it to 15%. Right, so let's take a look at it first of all. So you see the damage is pretty high. It's 44 in the mag, generally 40 in the mag. Nothing unexplained here, but it gets unnerved. Killing an enemy will apply a mark on every enemy within 20 meters of it, which is huge. Multiple marks can be applied to the same enemy. The max number of marks that can be applied to an enemy is 5. Deal 15% amp damage per mark to the enemy. So it's absolutely huge. It comes with crit damage, 20 extra rounds, weapon handling and crit chance. So a nice set of mods as well. And it's pretty much, you know, if you look at other guns here, for instance, the Kingbreaker's nice because it's, you know, 20% per, you know, amp to pulsed enemies. This is 15% amp, and you generally only have to kill one enemy and you've got that 15% amp on without having to pulse or worry about anything like that. The FAL is really well controlled. It looks good. I've got high hopes for this. So let's take a look at some maths first of all. So this doesn't take into account at all. I know it might not be very easy to read, but this doesn't take into account any damage talents whatsoever. But when it comes down to assault rifles, aside from the Bighorn, the St. Elmo's engine doesn't have one. The capacitor we won't include because it's not potentially a DPS gun. Eaglebearer has a defense talent. The Strega, which the new one obviously does, and the Chameleon, well, that's a different kettle of fish. But if we look at it for sustain, so obviously this is taking into account that you are going to reload, the Bighorn comes out on top. And the Bighorn comes out on top with everything. But don't forget, all these guns above can have a damage talent applied, which may take them above and beyond. For instance, you can see there at the top, the AKM looks really, really good with sustain, TKB, blah, 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 blah. But obviously the Strega is not so far out. It's 15% down on general damage, but that talent is way, way easier to apply than having to constantly hit heads with the Bighorn. We're not going to spend too much time on this sheet because it's the burst one that we really want to look at. Okay, welcome the burst spreadsheet, which for some reason is gone to the top left, but yeah, I mean, we don't care. Right, so at the top here, we still see the F2000 flying, you know, a little bit high. There is not a lot of damage difference between assault rifles when it comes to the burst category. They are pretty well leveled. The Bighorn does, however, keep its top spot with the burst DPS, and it does quite significantly. If you can hit headshots, the Bighorn is going to be a really good shout in this, you know, new meta, I guess, going forward. But the Strega sits there at the second spot. It does sit lower down than the F2000, the Honey Badger, the Farmaster FAL and things like that, but its damage talent is really, really good. And I think the damage talent will outnumber any other damage talent apart from perhaps Flatline. But with Flatline, you have to run Pulse and you have that kind of side effect. So let's, you know, so for me, as far as, you know, exotic assault rifles go, I really feel like the Strega is going to be absolutely top tier. It's unfortunate for the Eaglebearer. I did think it was going to be better. It did get a bit of a buff, but it might be better because we're not taking into account mods here at all. So when it comes to full build videos, what the eye sees here might actually be a little bit different. But the Strega is definitely going to excel because we know it's already got good mods as well. And I think it probably will end up being the assault rifle meta. Now, I don't necessarily say that we would run it with this, but that's what we're going to run it with. let's just check out that my stats actually all line up. I didn't check that at all. No, they don't. They are way off. Way off. So that says crit chance, so that's good. That says crit damage, so let's mod that out. Crit chance, and then let's mod the chest out, 'cause I'm assuming that's crit damage also. What happens when you mess with your builds for build videos. We need another crit chance mod. Nope. Nope. Yep. And that puts us at 45. We're still significantly lower than we should be. So we'll tinker. We're probably going to have to tinker again. Stats now. 57. So kind of perfect, right? 57. 111 headshot health damage as expected. So let's go and take this for a ride over at the easiest mission in the game. I don't think I've got the global modifiers on right now. We're really just, you know, I don't want them on messing with the damage and stuff and things like that. If the build's good, you know, like this, what you have on here, you know, wouldn't be affected because the build would probably replicate being good there too. We have got a firewall on, however, so there is some damage bonus from the shield.
We need you to secure the memorial and remove the True Sons forces. If they maintain this outpost, the True Sons will be a direct threat to the campus.
As you can see, they all took that debuff. Yeah, I mean, 1.1, no, 1.2 mil pretty much at half strikers stacks. Oh boy.
Agent, you'll need to find a way to open that gate.
Fairly accurate too, so I was able to snag his. Man, I knew we were going to hit high on him. He had so many stacks. I don't think we've actually hit anyone with full stacks yet. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. If this is kind of the season finale gun at the end of the track, I am absolutely here for it. I will be rushing the track. Get to this because, yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, it makes an absolute... just slices through them. Look at it. Oh, we might get max stacks here for the first time. Max stacks on this bad boy. Come on, let me hit you. 1.4 because striker stacks were lower, unfortunately. Ah. That's what you get for not running survivability tickle.
Agent incapacitated.
Gotta revive hype, it's all good. Feel like, you know, everyone's gonna be like, oh, Tickle, you're dying. Danik's better than you. Let me hit your head, I don't want to hit your pack, I want to get some stacks. I mean, yeah, 1-6, we got close to 3/4 striker stacks. I can quite easily see that going over 1 mil. Let me see if it works in the range, over 2 mil, sorry. Let me see if it works in the range and then we'll get a full idea of the top end. Because if it does, that'd be really nice. Have you had enough of me saying really, really nice yet? If you're still here, let me know in the comments down below for sure. Right, does this work? Yes, it does. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Right, so let's get an invulnerable elite on. Let's get it at 5 meters. So full. We're not at full striker stacks though. Okay, let's get full striker stack. It's already wild. Look at it. So there you go. Full striker stacks. 2.2 mil. The health damage that was, which is yeah, 2.2 to health, 1.7 or 1.8. Yeah, 1.8 to armor. Yeah, this thing's great. I think it's in a really good position as well. I think it's a nice kind of reward considering what they've done to other guns in the game as well. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, agents, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.